Abraham Lincoln was one of the most iconic presidents in American history. He led the nation through one of its most challenging periods, the Civil War, and fought tirelessly for equality and justice for all. In this video, we'll explore 20 of his most powerful quotes, including his famous line, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power." Lincoln's words continue to inspire us today, reminding us of the values that are at the heart of our nation. Let's take a look at some of his most memorable quotes. "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power." This quote from Lincoln is a reminder that true character is revealed when we are given power. It's easy to be good when things are going well, but it takes real strength to do the right thing when the stakes are high. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. This quote from Lincoln reminds us of the power of the people. When we work together and stand up for what is right, we can overcome any obstacle. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. This quote from Lincoln encourages us to persevere and never give up. Failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. This quote from Lincoln reminds us to keep moving forward, even if our progress is slow. What matters is that we are always making progress and never giving up. I would rather be a little nobody, than to be an evil somebody. This quote from Lincoln reminds us that it's better to be good and humble than to be powerful and corrupt. We should always strive to do what is right, no matter how small or insignificant our actions may seem. Those who deny freedom to others, deserve it not for themselves. This quote from Lincoln is a powerful reminder that freedom is a right that should be enjoyed by all. We should never deny freedom to others, for in doing so, we deny it to ourselves as well. Whatever you are, be a good one. This quote from Lincoln encourages us to do our best, no matter what our role may be. We should always strive to be the best version of ourselves. The best way to predict the future is to create it. This quote from Lincoln reminds us that we have the power to shape our own future. By taking action today, we can create a better tomorrow. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. This quote from Lincoln encourages us to continue learning and growing throughout our lives. We should always strive to be better than we were yesterday and never stop seeking knowledge and self-improvement. With malice toward none, with charity for all. This quote from Lincoln reminds us to approach others with kindness and compassion, even if we disagree with them. We should strive to understand and respect each other, rather than letting our differences divide us. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. This quote from Lincoln encourages us to live in the present and take each day as it comes. Rather than worrying about the future, we should focus on making the most of each moment. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. This quote from Lincoln reminds us to approach others with an open mind and heart, rather than looking for flaws and faults. When we focus on the good in others, we can build stronger relationships and a more positive world. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. This quote from Lincoln reminds us to stay true to ourselves and our values, even if we face opposition or challenges. Winning isn't everything, but being true to ourselves and doing what is right is. You can't escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. This quote from Lincoln reminds us of the importance of taking responsibility for our actions and facing our problems head-on. We can't run from our responsibilities today and hope they will go away tomorrow. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. This quote from Lincoln reminds us to keep pushing forward, even if our progress is slow. What matters is that we never give up and always keep moving towards our goals. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. This quote from Lincoln reminds us that doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Sometimes, it takes courage to stand up for what is right, but we should never be afraid to do so. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. This quote from Lincoln reminds us that we must be willing to adapt and change with the times. The ideas of the past may no longer be relevant in the present, and we must be open to new ways of thinking and doing things. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. This quote from Lincoln reminds us of the power of mercy and forgiveness. Sometimes, showing compassion and understanding can have a greater impact than strict justice. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side. This quote from Lincoln reminds us of the importance of faith and staying true to our moral compass. Rather than seeking to align God with our own beliefs, we should strive to align ourselves with God's teachings. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. This quote encourages us to make the most of the time we have and to prioritize experiences and relationships that bring meaning and purpose to our lives. It reminds us that we should strive to live fully, with passion and enthusiasm, rather than simply existing from day to day. Ultimately, this quote serves as a reminder to focus on what truly matters in life, and to make the most of the time we have. We should aim to create a life that is full of joy, fulfillment, and meaning, regardless of how many years we are fortunate enough to have. Abraham Lincoln's words continue to inspire us today, reminding us of the values that are at the heart of our nation. His legacy lives on, not just in his achievements as a president, but in the enduring principles he espoused. Let us take his wisdom and apply it to our own lives, so that we too can make a positive impact in the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Until next time, remember the words of Abraham Lincoln: "It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years."